How's it going, everybody? This is Splattercat with episode 3 of our LP/tutorial of Tropico 4, a game that I just adore. I like this game a lot. I like Tropico 3 a lot. I haven't played any of them before that, but between those two games, I've soaked up a ridiculous amount of my time. And I'm going to go ahead and get things moving again. I paused right after I ended the last LP and saved. And you can see here we've got our grade school built, but we have no one working here, so we're going to manage it, and I'm just going to keep an eye on it for a month or two and see if anybody drops in to fill our need. We need high school educated females. With any building that requires educated workers, you can look right here to see the requirements that those workers need. Basically, to see what type of degree, what type of education they need to work there. And also, some jobs are specific by sex. So factory workers tend to be female. Educators tend to be female until you get to the college level. And so, there we go. They automatically filled in, and we're now educating children. You can see here, you can even select children. They won't let you assassinate children. Up here are the myriad ways that you can interact with your citizens. So we're going to go down here.
Hola.
I think these are mostly...
Hola, vamos a jugar.
Those are mostly children.
Uh-huh.
So with this gentleman right here, you can see the various ways you can interact with every single citizen. You can arrest him, you can bribe him, you can brand him a heretic, which is actually a pretty good option for us on this playthrough, or you can assassinate him. You can arrange an accident as well, which is a little cleaner than just outright assassinating him. And we do have a thunderstorm right now, so hopefully we don't get faced with a natural disaster this early. That would be not disastrous, but it would definitely suck. It would be something that I don't feel like dealing with right now. Our housing quality is up 1%, so we're up to 30% here. We do have a bit more money, so I am going to build another apartment block. I'm going to build it across the street, though, so it doesn't look so stamped out and video gamey. We do have people living in shanties, which is disappointing considering we have a whole tenement right here. It may be because these buildings are not close enough to the farm. So what I'm going to do here... In fact, I'm almost guaranteeing that's the issue. So I'm going to take my housing here, and I am going to set up some bunkhouses for all these farmers to live in. And there we are. We're just going to keep stamping out bunkhouses for now. And I think that should be enough bunkhouses for my people to live in. 2 citizens have become criminals. I believe that's a function of... I think criminality occurs when there's not enough jobs. Let me take a look. And we'll take a look at our happiness here. And let's see. Overview. No, not overview. Economy. There we are. And we have 6 unemployed people and only 1 free job position. So when you have that situation, what I would suggest is that we get in here and we just make another general purpose job for people to do. So I think I'm going to do a Teamster's office. That's going to supply... And we need Teamsters out here anyways for all of our farming areas. And that also wouldn't kill us, although we're a little short on cash right now, so I am going to wait until our next shipment goes through. We don't have a lot of export revenue lined up. Karina Gutierrez has become a rebel. So that is unfortunate. That's a situation that I was hoping to avoid, but our happiness is steadily rising, so maybe she'll change her ways.
Excelencia?
So we have our first rebel.
I was going to show you some charts, Presidente, but I was robbed on my way here and the criminal took everything.
So this random event is spurred by the fact that we're getting beat up a bit. So I think, let's see here, government maybe? There we are, police station. So police stations are $5,000. I'm going to rotate it, and we're going to sit it right here. The red is where it's very similar to SimCity, except that it just puts this overlay on automatically. We're going to put him right on the edge of our little barrio area. Because we have a lot of tenement housing here, and this is our ghetto, so this is really what we're going to try and focus our police work on. We're going to put him right here, and that cost us a lot of the money we just made from foreign aid. I do think we should start kissing ass with the US a little bit. because we're not getting. You can get up to $10,000 per foreign aid cycle, and we're just not getting enough money from foreign aid right now. We do, however, let's see, we have workers here. We are trying to get rid of some of our shanties. Hopefully once all these bunkhouses, kind of bungalows, our migrant worker areas basically, are up, we can get things running a little better. And that kind of puts me in a situation where I do want to fast track our sugar growth now. So I am going to open up this right here, go to food and resources, and we're going to look for sugar farms now. Good places to put sugar farms. So I would like to put a sugar farm here, and if possible, I'd like to take this road out a little further and make sugar farms all along here. And once we have those sugar farms in place, actually, I'm thinking across the road from here is a good place for our first sugar farm. We don't really have the money for it right now, though, so I'm going to look at my exports. So we have a freighter coming. We're going to make about $4,000 on exports. Hopefully that truck that just went in there was carrying a bit more. And I don't think it was, because the number didn't adjust. And that leaves us in a bit of a situation. But situations are not something that, you know, we can't deal with. This is how the early game always kind of goes. Your early game is always kind of rigged towards rebels showing up and bad things happening. Hopefully our police station gets built pretty shortly. Actually, I'm going to give it a high priority. I'm going to showcase and click over here to increase it to the high priority build list. And once it's in place, we can actually start watching the crime dissipate in this area. That's also going to give us, we need high school education, so I'm not sure how many police officers we're going to have in this situation. I'm thinking with our next rotation we're going to build a high school so that we can start stocking our own high school workers. That gives us the bare minimum we need, and we did get 10 new immigrants, which is really good. I don't think you can look at a list of immigrants and their qualifications, but hopefully a few of them are at least college educated. And that would make my life a little bit easier for now. And some of them are at least high school educated, so that's good. And as you can see, that nasty red area has now become a yellow area.
The number of rebels on the island is growing higher. We should take adequate precautions.
So what our Generalissimo Rodriguez over here is letting us know that we could build a larger military force. There's two ways we can stomp out rebellion. We can just make our people happier, which is the course I'm trying to take because it's cleaner. Or you can just build up a military force and say, fuck the rebels, and just really decide to just stamp them out as hard as you can. So we do have police officers now patrolling. We made a little bit of money here, but not a lot. And we are still definitely in the red, which is not a situation that I'm happy with. But what can you do about it in this early in the game? So our happiness actually just started dropping. Our housing quality is up pretty sizably. And a lot of our people are living in apartment housing now, which is good. I may, if I get some more money, build another apartment complex here just to keep that number rising. And once I have that in place, it looks like a lot of our bunkhouses are built. There's not a lot you can do with bunkhouses except make them free. I would like to... You can click this little button right here and it sets the rent for all buildings of that type. So we are going to lower the rent to free. So bunkhouses are free to live in because we do want people to move into these, which then clears space for the people that can afford to live in these buildings. And now we do have a little mention here.
They are after my money. Stop them!
We're going to go ahead and accept that mission. Because our crime safety is already 41 out of 50, and it should be on its way up as this goes along. Yeah, there it goes. So that's something we were going to be successful at anyways. And being able to eyeball these events and realize ones you're going to succeed at anyways is a good skill to develop. Hopefully we hit 50. If it stalemates around 48, that's going to kind of suck because then we're going to be stuck with that mission. I'm going to have to build another police department. However, the police department is filling up with educated workers, which is good. I don't think... And as you can see down here, we did have $7,000. We are losing money still squarely every year, even after foreign aid. So I'm going to have to take a risk, and once our next foreign aid comes in, I'm going to build as many sugar plantations as I can to try and get that shored up. So we do have free bungalow housing. We just got a bunch of money. Did a ship come into port? Excellent. A ship came into port. We completed our objective, so the capitalists are going to like us a little better. We do have elections coming up pretty soon. Our import expenses are set at 0 for now. I think I am going to lower...
I have some good news, sir. The rebels are afraid of our military's might.
And there we are. So, our general just let us know that things are looking good in the hood right now.
A petition has arrived at the palace, insisting for a museum dedicated to your youth to be constructed immediately. I personally signed it 300 times, and counting.
Okay, so they want us to build a museum to our childhood now. And for whatever reason, the United States has decided to give us a huge grip. So we are pretty flush with cash right now. We are going to look at this, though.
The good, God-fearing U.S. citizens like your goods. I don't know why, and I don't care. All I know is that you are going to sell us more of them.
Okay, so the U.S. has showed up and decided to be a dick. We are going to take that mission because there's no downside to it for us. They don't really give us a specific, complete this by now order. So we do have money, though, which is really where I wanted to be. And so now we want to start producing commodities. So I'm going to go ahead and get a sugar plantation going, and then I'm going to take infrastructure. We're going to take roads, and we're going to just wipe out some of these trees here. We're just going to deforest and just be general douchebags to Mother Nature. It's not going to let me... Let's see here. We're going to have to demolish that road first. And there we are. And we're going to go through now... I'm sorry. We're going to go through now and take a road and just smash that out right there. And also, I think, smash some of those trees out as well. And that should give us enough space for our sugar plantation, I think. So no, that's out of the way. And our sugar plantation is there. We're going to go ahead and resume the game. And hopefully that sugar plantation jumps up pretty shortly. I'm going to take a look at my unemployment right now. Our unemployment is at 13, which means we're probably about ready.
Intelligence reports that subversive elements might be taking violent actions against our government. You should consider establishing a secret police to prevent or at least minimize such activities.
I don't think I'm going to concern myself with that. It's just kind of a general notice. We do have trucks going out here. I think we probably need some more uneducated labor. So I'm going to look at my... We could use another construction office. I think that's... Construction offices supply you with the citizens you need to build things. They're the little guys with wheelbarrows that are running around building and riding in these trucks and getting things done. So we're going to build another construction office. I think I am going to go for a high school now. And if I could fit my high school in right there, that would just be fantastic. Excellent. So we can fit the high school in right there, and that's more or less going to break us for... Oh, 3 citizens left Tropico, even though our happiness is going up. That is disappointing. I'm thinking if I build a few more apartments, or maybe our housing quality may be staying low because we don't have enough high-class housing. People with college educations may be frustrated that they don't have cool places to live because they want to look rich and be awesome. Our exports to the U.S., I don't know specifically if there's a way to do that. We'll take a look at our economy ideas here. We can't really do any of these without foreign ministers for now, or homeland ministers for that matter. We do have a nice little society growing out here, and there's our first sugar farm. They're gonna build right here, I think. I don't know if I can demolish this landmark right here. I would really like it to go away, but nope, it looks like it's in the way for good, so that's fine. We're not gonna concern ourselves with it too much. I am, however, going to extend this road out with what money we have left. And that's going to go straight up to the ocean, because I'm thinking I'm actually going to build a second dock over here to make exporting a little quicker. I'm also going to take a look right now at my overlays. I'm going to slow down gameplay a bit and take a look at my overlays and look for natural resources in the region. So we're going to look at iron first. So we do have an iron deposit right here, unfortunately right where we just built our high school. However, I think I could probably sneak it in right there. I can probably sneak it in this little square right here. Mines are pretty small, and I think I can rotate it in to get a hold of that. Gold we do not have. Salt we have 1 mine. We have 2 oil derricks. We have reasonably decent fishing. So once this road is extended out far enough this way, I'll probably build some fishing villages and things over here. Pasture land I'm not going to concern myself with because it generates a lot of pollution. And logging. I am vaguely interested in increasing my logging output, so I may build another logging place over here. Maybe. I don't know. But for now, I think we're in a good spot. So our expenses are coming from these buildings right here. Income, we're not making any income off these buildings, unfortunately. People are choosing not to live in these housing. I'm assuming it's because they're going out to these bunk houses. So I may have overbuilt myself a little bit, but it's okay. We'll deal with that as time goes along. Our sugar farm is going to give us a ridiculous amount of money. I'm going to let you know now that money should start flowing in with that sugar farm. And actually, in interest, I think we just made some money too, because we just jumped like $8,000. So we do have a shipment here. And I'm going to start clear-cutting some of these trees in order to get a better farming infrastructure going. So there we are. Goodbye, trees. We don't like you in Tropico. Goodbye, trees. And just continue our reign of arboreal terror here. Just wiping out trees. Left and right. There may be an easier way to deforest. I don't know. I do it like that, though. And if I do it like that, it means that I learned it somewhere to do it like that. I'm not original. I didn't come up with the idea. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing a tutorial for Tropico 3 where the guy did that. So maybe I'm benefiting from bad information here, but who knows. Our happiness is steadily rising. So on our island, El Presidente is doing a pretty good job. We're almost at 50% happiness. We do want to get that number up before the first election. We want to make sure that by the first election, a sizable grip of the population is in our pocket. So this is going to be episode 3 of our LP of Tropico 4. My name is Splattercat. If you're enjoying the videos, please do feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Let me know if you don't like things about the videos too, and I will see you in episode 4.